What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. This is Steven in Stereo, and in today's video, we're checking out Lady Gaga's Harlequin album. I know this is an album that is going alongside the new Batman movie. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the most well-versed Batman person, but I do enjoy good music, and Lady Gaga is somebody who puts out consistently great music. So I'm looking forward to this album. I actually did a reaction to the single The Joker, and that is what led me to want to actually do this album reaction. So if that tells you anything. Before we get into today's video, if you guys don't mind smashing that like button, subscribe to the channel, and of course, come follow me over on Instagram. It means a lot to me. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube right now, you guys can check out the full uncut album listening party. That's where we press record. We jam this whole album together. We don't have a bunch of chops or anything like that. All of that's available on Patreon at the link in the description. There's a lot of cool content I have been uploading over there for like 5 years. So I have really created quite a vault over there, if you will. So all those things out of the way, I'm super excited to dive into this record. So we're going to dive in, starting with Good Morning. Let me turn my volume up and let's go. Damn.
I've stayed up dreaming all night long. One day you would have my heart. Good morning. It's great to stay up late. Good morning. Good morning to you.
She has such a cool voice for the theatrical and musical side of things. So I love that, like I said in my reaction to The Joker, I just love that like those two parts of her career mesh so much now. This is definitely gonna play out like a musical, isn't it?
Good morning to you. In the morning, in the morning.
I want to say nothing is more, hold on, nothing is greater than being in Louisiana.
Good morning to you.
Nothing would be greater.
The show goes on and I don't want to say goodnight. So say good morning, rainbows.
You know, this isn't even like, I know that this is like a musical type thing. This is like an intro part, like all that stuff. But I also feel like this isn't too far off from what I could see Lady Gaga doing this at any point in her career, because she's always blended art so much with music. Fuck. Ooh.
Come you sinners and just follow me. Come on, get happy, get through to the promised land.
Ba-doom, ba-doom.
Where your head and cross the river, wash your sins away in the tide. It's all so peaceful.
She's really taken the inspiration, I think, of Harley Quinn's character, definitely all over this, which makes total sense. It's a companion to the movie, so there's going to be so much of that kind of going on.
You call the doctor, he says get happy when your delusions are getting low. You had a drink, now you're feeling happy. I'm letting on your afterglow.
Ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom.
Had all the rules scattered, you win.
Woo!
So many troubles, but you're so happy. You keep on dancing and find your. We're ready
Woo!
for the river. Wash your sins away in the tide. It's all so peaceful.
I love her in this style because, like I said, it's something that seems so natural to her. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but again, it's that blending that she's always done. I can't tell if this is tongue in cheek. I kind of feel like it is, because obviously if we could just get happy, we would. And that's why I kind of feel like even in the instrumental, you can kind of hear this uneasiness in various parts, because I think it's like, it's the joke that we all are just supposed to be able to just turn on that happiness. But, you know, the doctor tells you to get happy. They might prescribe you something. Maybe you got to get drunk. You can find you're happy, but you might as well find it before the end of days. At least that's kind of what I'm picking up on. I love the rasp of Gaga's vocals at the end of that. Okay. Oh, When the Saints. Beautiful instrumental right there. Let's go. Oh.
Oh, when the saints go marching in.
go, Gaga.
When the saints go marching in.
It's already got like a surf punk vibe.
Sing with the angels.
She's got so much body in her voice, and I feel like with every note, like as I'm listening to these things, she brings on like a life into everything. I think that's where those theatrics really come in. Like she can really bring that kind of like drama to every line, which is sick. Fuck. Oh. There's something about the vibe of all of these songs, right? That are giving me a little bit of that Harley Quinn vibe in terms of we know her energy. You don't have to be a Batman expert to know her energy, right? And I feel like even in just that guitar riff just now, I could feel this sort of like tension in every riff. It's super sick. That guitar again. Sick breakdown. So much funk. Here's the thing. That's one of those songs that like everybody's heard a lot. Not that version, but everybody's heard a lot. But like I honestly am familiar with the words, but I couldn't tell you anything about the original instrumental or anything. It's one of those songs I've never like sat down and just listened to, right? But I love what is going on with this instrumental because it is so heavy. There's such this like tension within it, and it lets those guitar riffs sound so fucking cool. I also love just the timing and the drums in this. At the same time, the tempo of the drums give me this surf punk vibe. Gaga's like vocals over this, so fucking cool to me because I feel like when it's a song that I am at least familiar with the words, I can like appreciate what she's doing with some of the vocal parts. And again, I just like that emphasis on the theatrics that come from every line. I think she really is leaning into that on this. And I have not listened to her entire discography. So I feel like for me to sit here and say she's leaning onto it in this more than anything else would be crazy. But from what I've heard, I feel like I'm hearing even more of it. I will say, I think part of that is coming to the fact that she has done more and more like film and acting and things like that. You know, I've only heard a handful of Gaga albums. So I feel like that is something that we should definitely be diving more into so that I have a better background on just like everything a Gaga. Okay, this is World on a String.
I've got a song that I sing.
Oh.
I can make the rain go anytime I move my finger.
Oh, come on. That is so sick. I love when you're able to blend the worlds. Like, I think sometimes people look at music as this base level thing, but like, look, adding the theatrics, adding the ability to find the emotion in those pieces, like you feel you just feel like the acted parts, you feel the movie parts, you feel the musical parts come to life when you can feel the tension change, not only from the vocals, but the instrumental as well. It's just so sick to me. Maybe just me. I don't know.
Life is a beautiful thing.
Oh.
As long as I hold that string.
Fuck yeah.
I'd be silly so and so.
Boom, boom.
Can't you see I'm in love?
Oh, dude. Wait, there's like a harmony there. I don't know if it's just her voice ad-libbed or just brought up an octave. It's so sick.
You see I'm in love.
Woo! That was like a choir.
Can't you see? Can't you see? Can't you see?
Dude, those harmonies are fucking sick in this. I knew that was gonna sound sick too, because that instrumental gave me like these 60s kind of like psychedelic rock vibes. So I knew we were gonna dive into something cool with that one.
Looking at your smile and it's a healthy sign. I'd like those stumble bumps to see for a
Fuck.
fact. All I can say
Oh,
is, wow,
fuck yeah.
just look.
Wait a minute. Can we do that one more time, please?
All I can say is, wow, just
Fuck
look
yeah.
at where I am tonight. I've landed, pal, right in a pot of joy.
This is definitely the most of whatever this genre is that I've ever heard in my life. Just so we're being completely honest with each other. This is definitely my experience. What is this considered? Like swing? Oh yeah. Oh. Dude, personally, that's what I'm really stoked about hearing on this. Remember, I said at the very beginning that I listened to The Joker first, which made me want to listen to this album because this is a very specific album, right? And a lot of it was because I heard some of that raspiness in her vocal. I heard her bringing that aggression out, changing up the voice a little bit. Haven't heard it too much in this album yet until this song. I fucking love what she does with that whole section. Anytime she can bring that gravelly sound, she puts a lot of power in her voice. Again, it takes that art to a whole new level. And I just feel like it really adds so much fucking emotion. And I just like, I don't know. Gaga feels like such a powerhouse vocalist. I feel like I don't hear that term used with her. But I don't know why not, because I hear songs like that and I'm like, God damn, like you can hear all of that power. And I feel like she's even holding herself back because I don't know, like I said in The Joker, I feel like that instrumental couldn't even keep up with how heavy she was, which is like a really cool fucking problem to have. Okay, That's Entertainment.
You can make them laugh, you can make them cry, anything can go. The clown meant the lights on the lady in tights or the bride.
That bass is so sick.
That's entertainment. The plot can be hot, simply teeming with sex.
Man, you'd have to have such good like cardio to play drums in this era. I want to be this guy. Woo! Damn.
While the jury is out, oh, the thrill when they're reading the will or the chase. Oh, the man with the face. That's entertainment. No death.
Oh!
The gag may be wearing the flag that began with a mystical hand held away.
Such a vibe right there.
The world is a stage. The stage is a world of entertainment.
Oh! Oh, I don't even know how you drum fill like the end of a section like that after you've already done that much in a song. I feel like if I was watching a movie, this would be the part before I was like attacked. This would be the part before like the big scene in which a lot of shit goes wrong for innocent people. Like that's what this feels like to me. It feels like someone's on stage or they're right in front of me and right before they like kill me or abduct me or some crazy shit, they want to pull out and do like a whole circus in front of me like do 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 do, and you're standing there going, geez, I'm so fucked, aren't I? Like I can't get out of this and I'm being mocked at the same time. That's how this feels because it's like, I hope you like this ending. Like, I hope you like this finale that I'm giving you before your finale. That is not just entertainment. That'd be terrifying as fuck. But I also feel like from a movie perspective, musical perspective, what a great number, right? You've got these drums going. You've got fucking Gaga giving it her absolute all and then some throughout this, just narrating the fact that anything could take our attention. including maybe this finale in which, I don't know, maybe people are gonna get hurt. It just feels that way to me. This is Smile.
Smile
Oh.
through your fear and sorrow. Smile, and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through.
She has such a good voice for a piano ballad. There's just like a presence of this like softness in the voice that just carries over so well into this kind of style.
Light up your face with gladness. We're so near. That's the time
Ooh.
you must keep.
I'm sorry, when a bass hits that hard and then you get a high vocal like that, it's always my favorite.
That's the time you must keep on trying.
Quand il y a des nuages dans le ciel, vous vous en sortirez si vous sauriez.
Worthwhile if you just smile.
Fuck yeah. Wait, I love like how intense that just came back in. Like Gaga's take on some of these original, like, you know, OG classic tracks are honestly like, it's so cool to hear the rendition, not only from Gaga, but with that little bit of like tension and influence of Harlequin's character throughout this entire thing. Cause you can feel it in the instrumental, you can feel it in subtle things that are being chosen to do, not just vocally, but also, you know, like little moments, like at the end, bringing that piano in just a little bit heavier. There's so much, like, at least in my opinion, and I'm not speaking matter of fact because I'm wrong about everything all the time, but like to me, it's so fucking intentional, and it is like, it makes me as a music fan and as a music nerd just geek out because it's just like, I'm so glad that people care that much to, like, you know, you're making the music for people who care about that shit.
Take my hand, stay here, my friend.
Ooh.
I'll find my way back to you. Be just fine if it were only us two. They might say that we're crazy, but I'm just in love with you.
Come on. That's what I'm saying right there. The way she says love right there, that, you know, the vibrato that she puts in, that little bit of extra emotion on it. It's like that little bit of extra icing on the word. That kind of delivery for me is so sick.
Silent for when we'll both settle in a paradise.
Oh!
In our minds, we'd be just fine if it were only us two. They might say that we're crazy.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm just in love with, you're so in love with, insane in love with you.
Dude, yeah. I do wish that she would have taken that rasp one more time at the end, just because like you could feel that build up so much. And I personally was waiting for it because that rasp in her voice to me is just so fucking cool. I don't know. She can do so much with it. We've heard her do a lot with it in her career, not even listening to everything. And I've heard her use it a lot, but yeah, I would have been sick at that last part. Well, let me do it one more time. Yeah, I love it right there.
But I'm just in love with, you're so in love with,
Okay.
insane and
I can shut the fuck up because this note,
crazy. But
Oh.
insane in love with you.
Yeah, dude. I can shut the fuck up. I can live without a rasp at the end to get those two huge notes. What the fuck? That's the problem with having a brain that can be so one-track minded sometimes. You hear one thing that you like and you're like, all right, I got to hear it again. I need the dopamine right now. And you miss out on two fucking perfect notes.
Gonna build a mountain from a little hill.
Woo!
Gonna build it high.
Woo!
I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Only know I'm gonna try.
Fuck yeah, dude. I love this style from her.
Gonna build me a daydream.
Oh.
From a little hope.
That organ.
Gonna see it through. Gonna build a mountain and a daydream. Gonna make them both come true.
Woo!
Build me a heaven from
Oh,
a
that
little
bass.
hell. Gonna build me a heaven and I know damn well that if I build a mountain, oh yeah, with
Oh.
a lot of care, I'll take our daydream up the mountain and the hell will be waiting there.
That just made the album for me. Fuck anything I said before.
I'll take our daydream up the mountain and the hell will be waiting there.
Dude, I guess like I sometimes maybe don't realize the amount of like rock that exists inside of Gaga, because what the fuck?
I'll take our daydream up the mountain and the hell will be waiting there.
Oh, to take it into that like low rasp and then pull it into that high note, like that's cool as fuck. Woo! Holy fuck. Why are more people not listening to this fucking song? This is the lowest streamed song so far on this record, and I am shocked because this has my favorite vocals from Gaga. And I don't know if it's just because the presentation with the instrumental matches so perfectly, but I love to hear this, you know, this bluegrass / country western sort of influence in her voice in this so much, while getting that entire moment where the instrumental drops out and we just get that super heavy kind of like, you know, moments where we get the bass kind of coming in. I don't know if my skeleton back there is trying to steal my spotlight, but when that would drop out and that bass was going and she'd bring those vocals in with all of that, like that rasp, I love that rock influence so much. That soul is pouring out throughout this entire track. I feel like you cannot help but fucking love this song. So I'm shocked to see that it is the lowest stream song so far, because it definitely is such a standout track to me already. And it's only the one. I don't know how many of these songs are like original and how many of these, because I've heard a few covers so far. So I'm obviously not well versed on these genres, because I can't recognize some of them. I can, but I fucking love the entire just build of this song so much. Gonna build a mountain. They said we're gonna build a fucking winner and we're gonna put Gaga on it, whether it's a cover or not. I fucking love those vocals so much. So I've got to get this thing streamed more.
Fall down from the sky every time you walk by, just like me. They long to be all the starlight in your eyes of blue. That is why all the girls in town follow you all around.
Oh!
All the girls in town follow you all around.
Okay. This is like there's like this theme that I was going to talk about at the end of this, but I feel like her voice is so strong that I feel like some of these instrumentals, she's definitely having to hold herself back. And so I love that we're getting like these moments where she's just like, fuck it. I'm going to go all out with this.
So close to you, just like me, they long to be so close to you.
Like, I feel like these instrumentals almost cause her to have to like hold herself back in a lot of situations on this. So I love that like you get this moment where she just lets loose at the end to really take these songs up another level. And I get it. You don't just belt out an entire song. I understand. But like, it's Gaga, right? Roma ma, Gaga, ooh la la. Like, it's fucking Lady Gaga. And like what she can do vocally, she teases it so much throughout a song, and then she'll hit that crazy note and you're like, damn, I want more of that. But I almost feel like these instrumentals, as they progress, they allow her to do that. But some of these instrumentals, they take some time to really build these songs. They're really building in emotion. Remember, this is a companion to a movie. So like, I'm trying to remember that when I'm listening to it too, because there's a reason why. There's theatrics to this. There is more than I could possibly understand from an art form to this. But I will say that listening to this as a fan of music, I can see how if you're listening to this and you're a huge Gaga fan, but maybe you're not into like the movie stuff, how you could probably be like what do I do? Because like, what if you're not like super into that stuff? Like sometimes it can be kind of specific. And this isn't like a Gaga sound that I've personally heard her do before. So like, I don't know that it's like, I don't know what other people like. I just know that for me, I appreciate those like big moments from Gaga. Gaga always like sets the fucking mood. So I love that at the end of this, you get this crazy, sick vocal run from her, because that's what I fucking like from her. It's sick every time. She's going to bring the vibe. She's going to bring the vocals. Happy Mistake.
I'm acting in this play of
Fuck.
comedy with tragic words. The audience was smiling, cheering on a scene absurd. I can try to hide behind the makeup, but the show must go on.
Oh.
I feel so crazy.
I have to interrupt this because the rant I just went on, this is what I mean. Because this is what I love from Gaga. And I get that you can't do this every single song, but like, obviously if you're doing like a cover or a take on an old classic, like, you got to match the energy to like, as close to the original as you can. But like, if you're a Gaga fan showing up for Gaga, this is what you're showing up for.
Behind the makeup, but the show must go on. I feel so crazy. My head is filled with broken mirrors. So many I can't look away.
Such a beautiful vocal run.
In a bad way. If I could fix the broken pieces, then I'd have a happy mistake.
You can hear that tension throughout this too. You can also hear that atmosphere. There's almost like this wind blowing kind of sound. You hear this organ in the back too. And I love that all those things are kind of like coming together with this. There's obviously like grief in this song. There's this, it almost seems like it's sort of regret.
A lonely disposition, portraits of a strung out girl. Out, I get so addicted.
Okay.
To the love of the whole world. I could try to hide behind the makeup, but the show must go on.
I love this. Yes.
So many I can't look away. I'm in a bad way.
What the fuck?
I'm in a bad way. If I could fix the broken pieces, then I'd have a happy mistake. If I could bottle up a sunny day.
Oh my God.
So brilliantly, it wash away the sad mistakes.
Oh my God.
Put all my heart in a safe place. All I need to breathe is one happy mistake.
Dude, what the fuck are those vocals? That's like literally, when I listened to the Joker, I remember saying, holy shit, these vocals, this instrumental is not heavy enough for this. It cannot keep up. And in this song, this is like a perfect like resemblance of what it looks like to have the perfect instrumental for the vocal delivery. There's a lot of space in this instrumental. There's a lot with that guitar. Like I feel like just the tone of the guitar can change the vibe, obviously, of the entire song and also Gaga's approach. But if you hear this song versus like a lot of the other songs, granted, we have a lot of different styles going on in this record, you can hear the amount of power and intensity and the like very much Gaga oriented. Like you can tell she is putting all this emotion into this. And for even like the songs where I don't necessarily understand the genres as much, like I still like, I love the drums and stuff, but I feel like this is like really what I want to hear. And I get that like, it doesn't fucking matter what I want to hear because like, this is a very specific album, right? But also like, I'm not the only person in the fucking world that listens to music. So like, it's not about what I like, but if I'm listening to something, if I find out that it's Gaga, that's what I'm listening for. Like these fucking like crazy, powerful moments that, you know, can exist in just a handful of songs and have a great album. You know what I'm saying? But like, I just like, that sounds so fucking cool to me. She just like brings on so much intensity. I'm here for it times 10. Fuck.
Happy mistake.
Yeah, that is such a fucking amazing song and one of my favorite moments from Gaga vocally. So I need to see a live version of that pronto. This is That's Life.
What people say, you're riding high in April,
Ooh,
shot down in May.
wait, that power like comes over into this song too. I love that the energy is ending on a high. Like there's some really good vocal energy right here. Woo!
Funny as it seems, some people get their kicks just stepping on a dream. Time I find myself flat on my face, I pick myself up and get back in the race.
Oh.
That's life.
Fuck yeah, Gaga, let's go.
I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pawn and a queen. I've been up and down, but I know one thing. Pick myself up and get back in the race. That's
Dude, what the fuck?
myself flat on my face. I just pick myself up and
come on. Like, that shit is so fucking sick to me. You have to have like a massive fucking vocal moment. Especially if it's like the end and you've got that musical vibe going along with it. Shout out Lady Gaga for putting me out of my comfort zone and sitting me in this chair, having me listen to some genres that I'm not super familiar with. Like songs that you hear, you know, the classics that you hear in like a movie or in a soundtrack. Really cool to hear Gaga's takes on this. I will say that my favorite songs though, definitely Gonna Build a Mountain. I don't know if that's an original or a cover. I think it's a cover. I don't know why I think that, but I do. I fucking love the vocal break in that so much. I feel like she sounds so perfect. It's one of my favorite things I've heard from her vocally. It's fucking sick. So I'm like obsessed with that song already. I cannot wait to listen to it again. The other one that I'm absolutely obsessed with is Happy Mistake. I get that it's probably the lead single off of this. Dude, it should be, and then some. That song is fucking incredible. I feel like it doesn't even completely really match this album, to be honest with you. Like, I feel like it's got a life of its own. It's such a good song, and it's such a, like, for sure Lady Gaga song. You know what I mean? Like, you know she fucking wrote that. You know it's all her, right? Whereas I feel like with the takes on the classics and stuff, it sounds sick, but it obviously is going to hold her back in a lot of ways. You know, you're not just going all out on like every cover that you do. I feel like you can't. The instrumentals just can't keep up with you. And that's one thing that I feel like the two songs that she got to really go out vocally with, those instrumentals just really allowed that for her. They brought the presence, they brought the moment, they allowed her to shine. This to me does, and I don't know, but it doesn't feel like this is a regular release from Gaga. This is obviously a bit of a specific release inspired by the movie. And I feel like with that, you do have to look at it in that sense, like, you know, with there being covers and, you know, even, I mean, Happy Mistake is going to be a big single, I feel like, but like, even if she wasn't pushing to have a big single on this, there's like a little bit more of a purpose for this album than just having it as a general release. Having said that, it's also so Gaga to have people waiting for an album and then you put out a themed album, because of course you do, because you live for the arts. And that's one thing that I love about the vocals in this, for, you know, me saying like, oh, I wish I could have heard her go like more out and more crazy on this and this and this. Dude, at the end of the day, hearing the theatrics in her voice is so cool to me. I'm somebody who is obsessed with music and obsessed with the emotion that music invokes and the physical response that you get from music, all of that. And like, I think it's so cool that somebody could be really good at like composing music, but also really good at singing and also really good at writing, but then also be really good at acting, but then be really good at these other things and then find a way to blend those things. That's fucking crazy. Like if I wrote that down on paper and someone was like, all right, pick some traits that you'd like to have, and you can pick like 2. Well, like, dude, I feel like Gaga hits like all of them. And that's got to be such an amazing place to be. I remember when Gaga first came out, and I was in high school, and I remember how she was such a moment from the very beginning. She knew exactly what to do to get everyone's attention. She knew exactly what to do to be different. And I personally always looked up to that. Even though I haven't always followed her career musically, I always looked up to her for that aspect, because she is so relentlessly and unapologetically herself, to a point that she inspires so many people regularly. So I just feel like, I don't know why I wanted to go on that little rant, but I just love that about her. So her putting out an art-inspired theatrical album about Harley Quinn, or inspired by Harley Quinn, just makes sense to me as somebody who is like known of Gaga for a while now. This, like, it's no surprise. Also, doing all that, like, since she put out Chromatica, I feel like she's been like acting. I feel like she's been putting that work in, and it's really cool to see that, you know, putting an album out after like all of that work has been putting in, and it's got so much theatrics, so much in the vocals, like you can hear all of it. So I just feel like where Gaga is at in her career is she's creating, not only does she already have legacy, but she's creating legacy that is going to go on forever. Like there's just something to be said about having so much of a resume and so many things you can go to in your repertoire of tools for entertainment. It's just fucking incredible. So while all of us are born sort of on the same planet, we maybe don't all have the same talents. And I think Lady Gaga shows that throughout this entire thing, both showing her originality while also showing her, theatrical side. If you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, come follow me over on Instagram. Check out the full uncut album listening party to this album. Link in the description. I love y'all. See you in the next one. Peace.